Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Church at Home for PreK. Last week, we learned about Daniel and how Daniel obeyed God, even when it was hard. To obey means to do what God says. Today, we're going to read a story about Jonah and when Jonah did not obey. Jonah and the big fish. Jonah told people messages from God. One day, God told him, "Go to Nineveh. Tell those people to stop doing wrong." But Jonah did not like those people, so he got on a ship going away from Nineveh. So, boys and girls, Jonah is not doing what God says, right? Down in the big ship, Jonah went to sleep. That's when God sent a storm. The sailors were afraid. They shook Jonah awake. "Please pray," they begged him. Oh, so look, here's Jonah in the ship. Jonah knew that God had sent the storm, so he said, "Throw me off the ship. Then the storm will stop." So they threw him overboard. Splash! Jonah sank deep into the water. And just like that, the storm stopped. Suddenly, a huge fish swam by Jonah. It opened its mouth wide and gulp. Jonah was in the big fish's belly. He asked God to forgive him. Jonah prayed and he waited. Do you think God's going to help him? Of course. After 3 days, the big fish coughed out Jonah onto the sand. God told Jonah again, "Tell the people in Nineveh what I said." Jonah obeyed this time. He talked and the people listened, and they asked God to forgive them, and God did. So, boys and girls, what I want you to remember today is that to obey means to do what God says. Jonah did not obey, right? Jonah did not do what God said. But in the end, he did obey, right? Thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you next week for Church at Home for PreK.